Well, good morning. Today we're at the Onion Valley trailhead. This goes up to Tuolumne Pass. We're going to go north to Muir Trail Ranch, which is a 7-day hike. Hopefully Muir Trail Ranch will have a tent. We can stay there, take showers, have beer. That'll be a nice day, but there's 7 days of hard work in between here and there. Today's backpack, 35 pounds. This is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Going with the most lightweight of everything. My base weight is like 16 pounds. So that's 19 pounds left. Of that, 4 pounds is water. Can't get by without that. That's just a liter. That's just 1.7 liters. The bear canister. Oh, who doesn't love the bear canister? That's 2 pounds. That's carbon fiber, baby. Carbon fiber, 2 pounds. So let's see. So we're down to 19, 4, 15, 13 pounds for 2 people. I'm carrying both our foods for a week. So that's about a little less than about 1.8 pounds per person per day, which is about right. You know, I mean, yeah, you could leave the food at home and just try to, graze, fish. The pack would be lighter, and I'd be considerably thinner after a week of no food. So, but that would be good because then I'd be carrying less weight. So it is what it is. We'll make a little go of it and see how it works. So come with us and I'll show you Onion Valley to Muir Trail Ranch. And then Muir Trail Ranch to Mammoth is our next get off. Part of the consideration for pack weight is it is August 28th, but at 11,000 feet, it gets down to like 38 at night. So you got to kind of pack for that. You just can't carry a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. Part of the good thing is that every day my pack weight gets lighter. So before I get to Muir Trail Ranch, it should be down to like 22 pounds, 23 pounds, which will be heavenly. Can't wait for that. In between here and there is a couple 3,000 foot passes. Oh, well, what does not kill you makes you stronger. So I got that going for me. So there's our little Sprinter van. We won't see it again for probably 11 days. Beautiful morning. And up there somewhere is Tuolumne Pass. Part of the John Muir Wilderness. Yeehaw! Climbing, climbing, climbing. I guess I shouldn't complain too much about my pack weight. When you see people come by up here, I'd say they've got at least 40 to 50 pound pack weights. So that's how do I know? Because they're using Toro 75 liter packs or Osprey Ether packs that I think are 70 liters. And they are full. F-U-L-L, full. It's hard to get a Toro full without getting to 45 pounds. So, you always got to appreciate what you got, I guess. And there's our old friend Gilbert Lake again. The trail smooths out a little bit, thank God. So this is our first look at the trail. We're at 11,200. Right there is Tuolumne Pass, 11,700. You can kind of see some people walking down up there. I zoom in. So we've been hiking for 2.5 hours. Well, the last little bit to the top, right here, dunk. Tuolumne Pass, babies. Now down, 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 around Bullfrog Lake, back to the PCT. So we're up here last year on a day hike. We're up here with about 4 or 5 college kids. And we had to turn around, and the college kids, at one point during our little lunch, walked off and down this trail. So, not today, baby. Not today. Today I get to walk down the trail. So, God, I've worked since I was 15. It's my day to walk down the dang trail. Here's what that looks like. Okay, it's not a sandy trail. Lots of wonderful talents. Yep. But I'll take it. There's our buddy Bullfrog Lake. So there's Bullfrog Lake. We came in on the last video, we walked along this way, down this valley. Now we're taking a higher route that goes up to the PCT up in here. So up around here is Glen Pass. Endless pretty mountains, huh? Somebody took some time to cut in all this. It's a long way down. Very cute. And a little friend. And then they go back to grazing. Very used to people. Back on the PCT, baby. Uh-huh. That way. And there's Charlotte Lake. Very nice. So this is the lake at the base of Glen Pass. It came up through this canyon. And somewhere up there is Glen Pass. It's our second pass for the day, and that'll make today about a 4,000 foot climbing day. Woof. Right there is Glen Pass. You can kind of see some people walking on it. So you can see two guys way down there. Look at all the switchbacks. It's just endless. Almost there. I could be wrong, but I think we're coming to the pass. Yep, that's a long way down. So it looks like the trail goes across that, and then I don't know. So believe it or not, that is Glen Pass. Now, what's the difference between a pass and a mountaintop? A couple feet, and it's nothing but talus switchbacks and big talus all the way down. Man, that I had understood Glen Pass was fairly simple. That was not simple. So way up there. Glen Pass, right way up there. Doesn't look like much of a path to me. It looks like the low part of the mountain. So this is the beautiful, or one of the beautiful Ray Lakes. Still going down. Man, that was a long up and a long down. And it's still giving pleasure. There must be at least 99 switchbacks between here and the top of Glen Pass. Easy. And it's all just lovely talus. This is good. I mean, you ought to see it up on top. It's probably 3 or 4 inch talus. PCT. South, north. Pretty simple. I need simple. Alright. That's Ray Lakes. And that up there is Tuolumne Pass. Frightening. So we're down by the Ray Lakes. This little structure is called Fin Dome because it looks like a shark's fin. So pretty. Well, good morning. So we slept here at Ray Lakes last night. Very pretty place. A few mosquitoes. They weren't swarming, but they were definitely there. Today we're going to walk down to Woods Creek Bridge and then up Pinchot Pass as far as we can go. So tomorrow we go up Pinchot Pass, go over that, and go up Mather Pass as far as we can go. So that's the way it works, one pass day after day. So I'll take you along. There's Fin Dome again. Beautiful morning on the PCT. So we just left Ray Lakes and this is Dollar Lake. Baxter Pass. Down Muir Trail north. That way. So this is a fun stream crossing. They had to go around here, come up a hill, over these logs, over the rocks. Wow, man. Fun. A sandy trail forest walk. Been walking on talus and jagged boulders for a day. This just feels so good on my feet. Isn't this nice? Beautiful. Little blowdown. Very grand. Waterfalls, Snow Peak Mountains. Amazing. Always clouds. Always clouds that start around 10, 11, and by 4 o'clock they're gone. It's really weird. Now somewhere up there is Pinchot Pass, and we shall climb it. It's just my favorite kind of trail. Nice, soft, easy on the feet, in deep woods. Beautiful. So no JMT video would be complete without a clip of the Woods Creek Bridge. And mine shall be no different. There's the little beauty itself. Let's go check it out. Lots of willing participants. Yes, it's as wobbly as they say it is. Yes, that does look like a very steep or deep creek. Yes, there are slats missing from the... It's like Indiana Jones. Takes some getting used to. Boy, that is super wobbly. So Woods Creek is like pretty deep. I'd say that's probably 4 or 5 feet deep. I can see why it needed a bridge. Woo-hoo. Adventure, baby. You'd think with this much cabling it would be rock steady. Wrong. Wow, that was an experience. Worth the ticket. And a steel. How did they get all this stuff here? I guess helicopter. And the trail continues. So thus begins the 3,200 foot slugfest up Pinchot Pass. We're going to try to climb 1,400 feet of it today and camp, and climb the other, 1,800 tomorrow morning when we're fresh. So here we go. Wow, check out this. Very cool. A lot of water. Wow, it's the end of August and look at the snow. It's about 6 feet deep. So it's about 4.5 miles to top of Pinchot Pass, another 2,400 feet. It's like 3:49. The clouds are not looking too cool. You probably can't see them real well, but there's some thunder. So this is the last campsite on the way up to Pinchot Pass, and gonna pick this one then. There are mosquitoes here. You know, any other year, the last few days of August, there'd be no mosquitoes, period. They're pretty thick. What are you gonna do? So this is our little campsite. Got our little Big Agnes copper spur, super comfortable. All the comforts of home. So tomorrow we'll make it over Pinchot Pass and maybe some of Mather Pass, and then take it from there. See you in the morning. Well, good morning. We're still slugging our way up Pinchot Pass. Last night it rained on us. That's really weird. Been coming up here for 10 years. I've never seen nighttime rain in late August. So the tent's wet, but we're dry. As you can see, the weather back there is pretty gray. But the weather up ahead is the only blue spot we got, so got that going for us. So it's about another 1,500 feet to Pinchot Pass, and then down the other side, and then up Mather Pass, and then we'll camp again. Well, the skies are clearing. I think up here is Pinchot Pass, so it's about 2 miles and another 1,000 feet to get up to there. Nice little valley. So I think I was wrong. I think this is Pinchot Pass, somewhere up in there. I was pointing over here, and I don't think that was it. So we'll see. You know, you really can't see the trail from this far out. So the weather has turned ugly. This is got to go up here and over this, and there might be a little bit more. There's about 500 feet more to climb, 0.7 miles. Beautiful day. So the storm's passed. It's at least dry. You can kind of see the storm over there. That's what came over the top of us. It does go up towards this snowfield. I don't know. I think right there's where we're going. Call this the top of Pinchot Pass. So right up there is Pinchot Pass. About 10 minutes after we filmed the pass, it completely hailed on us and the weather's turned sour again. So this is what we're left with. Doesn't look too bad, but it's still raining. So all we can do is just, trudge on. So this is Lake Marjorie at 11,200 feet. Pretty big lake. Weather has been better, but you know how that goes. 10 minutes from now we could be scrambling for our rain gear. Still going down. So that's Pinchot Pass right up there, and boy, the weather's looking foul up there. Look at that. And we heard some thunder. It seems like all the real weather is south of Pinchot, and the weather has moved back. I've taken my raincoat off and on today, I think 4 or 5 times. Gets sunny, gets terrible, gets sunny, gets terrible. Hey look, another stream crossing. Oh boy. So I don't know if you can adequately see it. It's now turned into a steady rain. Beautiful day on the PCT. We have our rain gear on, you just buck up, ruck up, and move on down the road. You can't wait for a sunny day. We've got to get our miles in to Mather Pass. We'd like to get to 10,000 foot level so that Mather Pass is an easier climb tomorrow. And then Muir Pass after that. Then the Muir Trail Ranch. So I'm very excited. I hope they have beer and will give it to me. It's a very important part, the giving it to me part. So 10 minutes from now it'll be sunny and we'll take our rain gear off. You gotta love doing this, So I'm trying out this new system. It's a combination of rain suit and umbrella. And I gotta say, it works magnificently. It works great in the sun. It works great in the rain. What I did is I attached, there's a different, you can kind of see the bracketing there. Eurosherm makes a full hands-free umbrella, but it weighs about 5 ounces more than this. But it came with 2 nifty little brackets. It's supposed to be one for each shoulder. So what I did is I put them both on one side, and then I've got a red bungee right there that is a 3rd point that keeps it kind of straight up and down. Works great. Love it. You can keep your hat on. It keeps all the water off of your head. It keeps any water from coming down the back of your neck. It keeps most of the pack dry. Fantastic thing to add to your backpack if you want to take the time to do that. So we've been talking, and one thing we're both struck with is how desolate the JMT is. I mean, most trails, even the PCT, most of the way except for here, crosses roads, crosses little towns. You go in to the local hotel, and the JMT, you're miles from nothing. There are exits, but they're like 15 miles of hard hiking, usually coming over a pass too. We were just talking to a lady and her husband. She had like really bad blisters on one heel, and we're talking to her about what her options were, and her best option was to go over Glen Pass, and Glen Pass is super hard, then go over Kearsarge Pass, also super hard. That's probably 2 to 3 days of hard hiking on your blister, and then the 4.5 miles down from Kearsarge Pass down to the Onion Valley parking lot. So options are very skinny. So we've seen a few people coming up over the tops of passes with full backpacks on, so they obviously had intention to go down the other side of the pass. And I'm thinking, no, because they're just like barely moving, and we keep thinking, boy, how are there not more medevacs? Usually in the valley down here, you can hear that whomp, 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 whomp sound of choppers coming in. So, I mean, the only way out is usually a couple hard days of hard, just picture the toughest hiking day you've ever had, and then do that 21 times. So, I mean, I called my insurance company and I said, well, do you cover like medevacs? And they said, we cover medical evacuation, whether that's by an ambulance or a boat or a chopper. So I was like, okay, so I got that going for me. So I bet if you call them for diarrhea, blisters, things that you could walk out with, they'll send you the bill. I mean, I don't know, but it's probably true the way insurance companies work. So if you're coming to the JMT, just have that in mind. It's very exposed. If you get hurt, try not to get hurt. Try very, very hard not to get hurt. Don't trip, don't sprain your ankle, don't break your leg, don't get high altitude pulmonary edema. I'm sure the insurance company is fine if it's life-threatening, but if it's something that you could have walked out with, they might question it. I don't know. I think there are insurance companies that cover helicopter evacuation too. You might look into that. I didn't. I probably will when I get back, just for interest sake. But yeah, it's exposed, man. It's like we're going over Pinto Pass today, and it's pouring rain, and the wind's probably 40 miles an hour. What are your options? You're going to turn around and hike the four days back to the car, or are you going to keep on going and just tough it out? There's a saying in the Army, it's just buck up, ruck up, and move on down the road. You just have to put your head down and keep going forward. And that's hard sometimes because it feels dangerous. And there's no easy answer for it. Here's a nice little stream crossing. I think we're going to get wet for this one. I don't see any good rocks across. Maybe up there, maybe. Yeah, just take out your shoes. Well, good morning. We're on the road to Mather Pass. I think that's Mather Pass right there. But you know how that goes, I could be wrong. That's about 1,000 feet higher than we are now and 2 miles. So got down to 42 degrees last night, pretty chilly. Tent was just soaking wet from condensation. Tons of mosquitoes still in the forest. Once you get up here where you know it's kind of like just open, they're not bad. But it's tough to camp up here because you're very exposed to the wind and all that stuff. So, gonna go climb Mather Pass. So it turns out this is Mather Pass, or the start of it had been there. We were thinking maybe it might be that one over there, but nope. It's right here. So that's Mather Pass. As I understand it, the trail goes on the side over here and kind of goes up and up and up, and then kind of goes over. And I can see why they limit north to south permits. We pass somebody every 3 minutes, every 4 minutes. It's strange, but nobody's passed us. And if there were anybody else going northbound, they would pass us because we're pretty slow. Oddly enough, there's a plethora of, I'd say, mid-20s single women who come out here. It looks like all alone. Yeah, always hike with a buddy. Yeah, my wife is calling the mid-20s single women on the PCT the Wild Effect, and that girls have seen the film Wild or read the book. I don't know, maybe. Hello. Like I say, I can't explain it. It's passed 2 in the past 300 yards. If you're a 25-year-old guy, here's where you want to meet girls who like to backpack. North to south on the JMT. So you kind of see the trail goes up here, and there's a guy hiking, and it goes across the snowfield, and then over there. So we're on that left side of the mountain. Kind of just do switchbacks all the way up and then go over. You can see that there's some people up there. So almost there, right up. Oh. So that kind of just gives you a sense. There's some people way down there. Just go back and forth up this whole slope. It finally takes you off there. You can see some people way down there, and then off into the valley, and then we camped way down in here around that bend. And I think this is the summit to Muir Pass. And someone forgot their backpack. Very important to not forget. Wait, no, looks like there's a little bit more. Well, now we're at the pass. Very cool. So it's 11:30. We got up here in about 3 hours or so. And nice skies. So the trail tried to go across this way, but we didn't feel safe on the snow, so we kind of came down this boulder field. Back on the trail again. Going this way. Going down there. So there are some people coming up there. You can kind of see where the trail goes. The guy right there. And just switchbacks. So that's looking back to Muir Pass. When we came down, that's that little snowfield that we went across down to the next switchback of the trail. And down, 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 you kind of see somebody over there. Yeah, I'm going to stop trying to listen to a lot of people about how bad things are. I mean, there was one lady describing that little snowfield like, I'll never do that again. Wait until she sees Forester Pass. That's about 10 times more snow. And boulder hopping, I mean, that up there, that took us about 5 minutes. Right down onto the next part of the trail. One guy was saying, oh man, you need microspikes, and oh, you don't, just boulder hop a little bit. I mean, it's no big deal. So you have to take trail advice with a grain of salt. I'm sure the creek crossings are another place. Oh, I almost got killed. The water was up to over my head. It was really probably just, thigh deep. So the trail condition on Muir Pass has been pretty good. Lots of kind of just sandy soil, a few talus runs, but mostly just like this. You can see going all the way down. So we've ranked them. Number 1 hardest was Forester Pass so far. Number 2 was Pinchot Pass. Number 3 was Glen Pass. And number 4 was this pass, Muir Pass. So that's the way they're ranked so far. What makes them hard? Solid, jagged talus going all the way up. Steepness of the trail. Altitude. Forster's at 13.2. Man, the air gets pretty thin up there. Stuff like that Some passes seem to draw bad weather. I don't know if that can be proved, but it just seems true. Pinchot and Glen Pass seem to be those passes. So still walking in down to Upper Palisade Lake, around there and down in that valley. So right there is Mather Pass, looking back from Upper Palisade Lake. Seems like a long time ago. So there's Mather Pass. I'm calling this Upper Palisade Lake. Then this must be Lower Palisade Lake. There's the outflow. Still going down. So you can kind of see the trail going along the lake there. Cool. A little lake walk. It's a pretty little flowers. Lots of campgrounds here at the outlet of Lower Palisade Lake. Nice little waterfall, close to water. Isn't this a pretty little canyon? Wow, now that's a valley. That's a whole lot of mountains. And we're going down into that valley. Wow, somewhere in there is a trail that goes down in that valley. Don't ask me where. I assume there is. So I think this is a part of the trail they call the Golden Staircase. You can see the stairs going down and then down that way and then all the way down into there. So if you look way down there, you kind of see the trail. That's about 400 feet down. Some very cool cliffs. And it continues going down into the valley. You kind of see it going that way. Yeah, and down that way. Wow. Cute little lizard, just enjoying the sun. So we just got done with the Golden Staircase, and we're at about 8,500 feet, I guess. And if you're going to go north or south on this trail, I'd highly recommend you start this trail at like 6 a.m. If it's at all hot during the day. I can picture people trying to go up that at 2 o'clock in July and it's 85 degrees and they're just like dying. You gotta get up to Lower Palisade Lake before it gets too hot, because man, that was very steep. You know, it's not any steeper than most of the ascents and descents off the passes, but the passes are way cooler and they're very breezy, and it's just an easier climbing time. Less oxygen, but cool. So now we're starting to come into blowdowns. That sucks. So much nicer hiking. Little pine cones, pine needles. So good on my feet. Well, good morning. It's 9 o'clock, getting kind of a late start today. We slept here in this little meadow, nice little campsite, lots of mosquitoes. As you can see, it looks like a rainforest. So no passes today, just gonna climb up about halfway up Muir Pass. Oh, another water crossing to start the day off with. Isn't that pretty? We love water crossings. More. I need more water crossings, not less. And as early as possible. So we just met a ranger and two other people who were on a logging detail. So I guess they do log it here just throughout the summer. I was thinking maybe they come through after the snow melts in July once and then that's it. But all they have is a gas-powered chainsaw. Man, and there's a lot of trees up there. There's probably 20 blowdowns between here and the Golden Staircase. That's a lot of work. This is still the Palisade Creek. I just thought it was pretty. Very quiet water. So we're about still 400 feet higher than the very lowest point, and about 1.1 miles away from that point. Then we start climbing from 8,000 to 10,005. Then that up to Muir Trail Pass, and then that leaves us about 1,500 feet climb for the next day to get over the pass. So that's the way we've been doing it. We kind of try to get as far up the pass as we can, or just otherwise it'd be a 4,000 foot climb from the bottom to the top, 8,000 up to 12,000, and that is not fun. So we try to split the difference and camp at about 10,000 to 10,005, and that's usually the point where we have the best sleep. When we get above 11, we start to not sleep so well. So it's kind of working for us so far. So we reached the lowest point of the trail right in this section, which is 8,000 feet. I'm going to go climb up to 10,000 to 10,500, somewhere in there. And we'll see what campsites are around there. No shortage of water in the Sierras this year. The Black Forest. A really pretty meadow here. The meadows make me think of mosquitoes. Darn those mosquitoes. Here's more of that meadow. It's just so quiet and pretty. Always tall mountains. Boy, those are some tall, tall peaks. I know it probably doesn't show up on the video, but they are just straight up amazing. Check out that, just a big sheet waterfall. Pretty cool. Boy, you don't see this too often. A real bridge. Ah, how nice. Pretty cool. Ranger Station, Bishop Pass, 6 miles, our old friend Bishop Pass. John Muir, north-south. So pretty. Check out this mountain. That's the big mountain. Still on the road up to Muir Pass, up to the 10,500 level. One of the prettier, more wooded parts. There's a lot of meadows, but with meadows come mosquitoes. At least this year. Last year there's probably 0. This year many. Lots of little campsites along the way up here. There's one. That's a nice campsite. They call this rock the monster. See, it's got teeth and its mouth is wide open. And it's also got a very nice campsite with flat rocks and some logs to sit on. I like it. Goodbye, monster. Think about the trail. You've got to always be moving forward. You can't stop. Always go forward. In our case, we're always going north. If you're going north, you're doing it right. Like some beautiful waterfalls. Well, good morning. So we slept at 10,500 feet last night. There was like 6 Japanese businessmen who were in the same campground. They're on this big trek. So our goal today is Muir Pass at 12,000. So it's only 1,500 feet. So you kind of pay for it in advance with the last day's hike up. So it's somewhere up here. But we'll see as the day goes on. Pretty little lake. It's a beautiful day, about 67 degrees. Crystal blue skies. And a nice trail in front. Here comes some southbound hikers. Man, I think we've passed, it's like a 200 to 1. 200 southbound hikers for every northbound hiker that passes us. Amazing. September 1st or September 2nd. See, that's why you don't want to walk close to the edges of snowfields that are near water. Going up. So that looks like Muir Trail Hut. Right there. So you can see the trail kind of goes this way, but that's obviously out. So I think people are going around here and across and over. We'll try that. Yeah, this is more doable. Dun, 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 dun. Well, it's a big lake. Yeah. one big lake. Huge. Finally, Muir Hut. So just here we are in the Muir Hut. Very cool. Finally made it 12,000 feet. So that only took us about 2.5 hours to get from our campsite all the way up to the top of Muir Pass. As far as how difficult, I'd say it's number 5. If it weren't for the snowfields and the creek slowing us down, it'd be a super easy little climb. Nice trail, coming up from 8,000 feet. Beautiful trail, sandy, beautiful campsites, little fire pits, right out of the textbook. The snow was all just pretty flat and nothing much to talk about. The creeks are omnipresent, but next year may be a lot drier. Like right now I'm walking down, the path is just a big creek. So I put Forster Pass was the toughest, then I'd say Glen Pass, then Pinchot Pass, and Mather Pass, then Muir Pass, just for steepness, altitude, all around just toughness, poor trail, I mean just jagged talus. The trail going up to Muir is pretty much all just sand and gravel, very nice. But most years there's not this much snow or any on September 2nd. So we're going to head towards Muir Trail Ranch. We won't get there today, but definitely first thing in the morning to hook up with our resupply. So the trail just goes down there somewhere. Endless rocks. Oh yeah, I see 2 people way down there. That's where the trail goes. Looks like the surface of the moon or something. Just completely devoid of trees. I think you can just barely see Muir Hut there. You get away pretty quickly. So I think I've stepping stoned over, I don't know, 500 creeks now. So, getting pretty good at it. Coming off a little lake. Boy, all these lakes up here are just bulging with water. A pretty little lake walk. So this is Sapphire Lake, and this begins a part of GMT they call the Evolution Valley. Around the bend down there is Evolution Lake, and we'll cross Evolution Creek. So this is Evolution Lake, and this is the Evolution Creek crossing. Maybe right there might be a little sketchy, I don't know. Very pretty. I'm still amazed at the disproportionate number of people between northbound and southbound. Here, about 6 hours in this day, I swear, we've passed about 350 southbound hikers. Northbound, there's been a young couple who passed us around 9 a.m. and there was a young woman who passed us about 1. That's it. Boy, that's just strange. Where are all the northbound hikers? Nobody wants to go northbound? Northbound has some nice things. One of them is that you walk down the Golden Staircase. That alone is worth the price of admission.
Yeah, fun.
So pretty. Like a cute little fawn there. Mom and her baby. Oh man, I've been loving this part of the trail. It's been like this for about the past half mile. Look at that. Actual forest floor, not endless talus. It's like a little massage for my feet. Yeah, we were up there on that ridge line, straight down, switchbacks to this. Well worth it. A very used to people deer. You shouldn't be that used to people. People are not always friendly.
Well, she lives in a park, so she doesn't have to worry. She doesn't never have to worry about getting shot.
Very cute.
All right, let's go.
So there's where we stayed. It's about a tenth of a mile in from the Evolution Creek alternate path. Very pretty. Big canyons. About 7 a.m. Gonna go across the Evolution Creek. Oh boy. So we got to cross it. So we went from here to this little island right there, and then to this little island right there, and then straight across. It got up to about a little bit above my knee right about here, and then up this. Wasn't that bad. Evolution Creek. Still Evolution Creek. A lot of water, boy. So we're dropping down here, down, over into this valley towards Muir Trail Ranch. It's about 1,000-foot drop over 6 miles. Hey, look at this. A bridge. What? I don't have to take my shoes off? Spoiling me. Yeah, that does look pretty deep. I'd say 4 feet in the deep part. Pretty river. More hikers coming southbound. Good morning. Lawrence Lake 16, Cottonwood Canyon, Evolution Valley. Man, what a nice trail. Squirrel. About 5 miles down from Muir Pass, maybe 7 miles. The trail changes from rocky, talus, gravel, exposed to the sun and heat, to this nice classic PCT trail with trees, and it's just so nice. Some more southbound hikers. And another bridge. What, I don't have to fight my way across the river? I'm like a pioneer. It's too civilized. It is a considerable river. Pretty fast and deep. Whew. Luxury. I think this is wild mountain oregano, at least it smells like it. Very fragrant. A dark and haunted forest. Oh look, a stream crossing. I've never seen that before. Oh, which rock? Which rock? Oh, I don't know. Just make it up. Thank you, trail crew. It'd take us 20 minutes to get through all of these logs. Man, that's blow down central. God bless the trail crew that did this. And we're still not through it. We would just have to walk around. Man, some serious blowdown action. Wow, yet another bridge. This is weird. Yeah, that does look like a pretty fast creek. I don't think you want to cross that. Lawrence Lake, Selden Pass, Kings County, Paiute Pass, Pine Creek Pass. Yeah, we've talked about this before, my wife and I, that after you're out here for a long time, your smell changes, the way you smell. We're very used to the smell of pine trees, dirt, water. We're not so used to the smell of soap, so when people pass us who smell like dirt, pine trees, water, and sweat, that seems normal. You don't really even notice it. But when somebody walks by you who smells clean, it's like, whoa, where did you just come from? So that they either just came from some kind of resupply, or they're carrying way too much toiletries. 2 or 3 pairs of shirts, 2 or 3 pairs of shorts, probably soap, spending a lot of time doing all that. I don't know, the mountains don't need to smell like peppermint, you know what I mean? It's fine to smell like the woods here. And I think about bears too. Every signpost that just rangers leave talks about, oh, more bear activity and all that. I'm just guessing that if hikers smell like pine trees, dirt, water, and sweat, the bears don't think any mind of it. When they smell like soap, it's like, that's interesting. What else do they have? So it's probably not good to smell like soap out here. Let's see here. Selden Pass, Kings Canyon, Paiute Pass, MT Ranch. This way. The trail down to Muir Trail Ranch. Wow, so this is the legendary Muir Trail Ranch. Open 8 to 5. Some people taking, I guess, horse riding lessons.